When it comes to real estate, everything matters. Whether you're a realtor, homeowner, buyer, or seller, Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title is here to inform, entertain, and inspire you. Host Bill Napick from Stewart Title will talk with guests about what really matters when it comes to owning, buying, and selling real estate. Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title starts right now. Here's your host, Bill Napick.
And here we go, Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. Thank you again for joining us on this radio adventure. It is show number 290. That is correct. So whether you're listening right here in Houston, Texas, the Woodlands, Dana Point, California, Washington, D.C., anywhere else, we have assembled superior guests once again. And first, it has been a while since we have had Roseann Rogers here, but now, once again, the Real Estate Buzz with Roseann Rogers.
In real estate, it's good to know your resources, what's relevant and what's real. Here it is, the Real Estate Buzz with Roseann Rogers.
And here it is, Roseann Rogers. Roseann, welcome to the show.
Hi, Bill. Great to be back. It has been a while.
People need the real estate buzz.
We have to. I mean, we've been buzzing all summer. Let me tell you, it's been very, very busy. Kids are now back in school almost. HISD, of course, starts next week. But, I mean, it's been a little crazy around town.
It is incredible. So, as always, you bring important topics to us every time. What do we want to talk about today?
Well, I think for the summer, we had an exciting summer at Stewart Title. We had Christmas in July, which was amazing. It's still kind of Christmas in July, although month of July was a whole month for a lot of our offices, from kids' meals to Texas Children's Hospital to the Harris County Animal Shelter. That is still happening because we just last week actually delivered the blankets to Texas Children's Hospital that two of our offices participated in, as champions as well as Tomball. Becky Bohannon did an amazing job. So did Lynn Riddle. But it was a really great thing that's still, keeping on the things that keep on giving when we get back to charity, which is always exciting. And then we're all settled in at corporate. We moved. Stewart Title's been on Post Oak Boulevard for, I don't know, forever. For as long as anybody can remember, that is. And so we're still on Post Oak, but we're just down the road a piece. We're at 1360 Post Oak now instead of 1980 Post Oak. So 1360 Post Oak Boulevard, and we're very excited. We're settled in, and we're doing classes. And, of course, you can still close there, residential or commercial transactions. So we're very excited about that. So we're all moved in, and we're all, ready to get back. I guess back for fall, back to school, back to everything.
In fact, for people that will visit us at our new corporate office,
yes,
the parking is amazing.
It is. It's really
simple. The amenities are way, way better. We're geared up just to continue to serve people in an incredible way at our new corporate office. I love it. I mean, just even the restaurant selections when we took the tour, it was incredible.
It is really, really wonderful, and we're excited because we're so convenient, and so I'm excited about all the amenities. We have a lot of great partners, other businesses in that area right there, so it's been good. So you need to come see us, but that's kind of what the summer's been, of course, and now. Jumping forward to fall, I mean, I can't believe we're already at the end of August already. This is absolutely crazy that we're talking, and we're already leading into Labor Day. And, of course, September is Realtor Safety Month.
It is.
And so that's very, very important for our business. And, of course, we have a partner. Carlos Barone is a former FBI agent in charge of here, City of Houston, and he is our instructor, and he is an amazing individual who can give realtors what they need to know to keep themselves and their families safe.
In fact, we are covering safety in so many ways on this show. Carlos has been on the show.
Yes, he has.
And every time I think of Carlos, he says it over and over, keep your head on a swivel. As we're out there as real estate professionals or just as individuals going in parking lots, anywhere as we go out and about, keep your head on a swivel. And, of course, we had the show Cybercrime, where we also had another FBI agent talking about the cybercrime element of safety. And, in fact, we'll have another one of those coming up before the end of the year. So, but I want to touch one more time on the Christmas in July, because that had so many components that are still giving. And one of my favorite components of it is when the dogs and cats get adopted. And this time we broke a record. I don't know how many adoptions.
We did break a record. So last it was 16, but people were still coming in afterwards. They heard about it, of course, and they couldn't adopt that particular day. So they were still reaching out to the Harris County Animal Shelter. And of course, it's no better time to do it now. It's great. So I'm very excited about that.
to see those pets get a new home and to see the smiles, just even the people that didn't adopt the animals, just when they were holding them. I mean,
it got to be almost kind of competitive. I mean, it was like a couple of the dogs, people, like several people wanted, and
they
it's
missed
like
it by 10 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much. I remember because we were on CW's Morning Dose with Maggie, and she held this dog almost an entire morning. And there was a woman who showed up at 8:45, was not going to not get that dog. She was like, I am in the first in line, and I have to have that dog, and she did. So it was really extra. We actually teamed up with the Harris County Animal Shelter shortly after Harvey. Harvey had happened, and there was a great need in our community for this, and so we decided that was a charity of choice to be able to help them out and help tons of little kitties and dogs.
Indeed.
So
and
it worked
by the
out
way,
really well.
If someone wants to adopt an animal, that's a year-long thing. There are so many
is.
unwanted dogs and cats out there. So they can Google the Harris County
Animal Shelter. So what we need to do is interesting, because we're actually going to we have a lot of our realtor partners have donated food and dog food and cat food, and so we even got more, and so we're going to make another trip out there just to say thank you again. And oh no, what's going to happen? What if I see a dog or a cat that I want?
Actually, there were several people that already are maxed out on their pets, but yet they went home. I'm thinking of one person.
Right.
Her name is Shelley.
Yep.
She went home with a cat.
She sure did.
Even though she has like 4 dogs and maybe one other cat.
She couldn't resist.
They are hard to resist. Animals are so great, dogs and cats. So the other thing I want to think about, here we are at the end of the year, there are so many potential real estate closings going on. They're happening right now this week. I can think of a few that are on my mind. However, people, if they haven't thought about closing at Stewart Title, we are equipped with the A-plus team all around the city and way beyond to help people. And we have, again, the A-plus team of business development officers. There's one standing right here.
Right here, Christina Sacco, Fine Properties in the Heights. That's exactly right. She's here.
Work.
So, and we're excited. We have 36 different units throughout the city of Houston. So we feel like we can service our customers and our realtors, no matter where you need to be, to make it convenient for their customers, of course, to be able to close in a professional setting and make the experience. Because I don't care if it's your first home or if your 60th home, it's still exciting, and it's still one of those experiences that's just that it's one of the biggest ones you'll make, no matter how many houses you have. We were just talking about that earlier, we always get the real estate bug, because I'm always looking at real estate. I'm always looking to go. And my son had to control me. I said, oh, you know what? And he goes, Mom, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. I was like, what do you think I'm going to say? And he's like, you're thinking about, well, we should go somewhere else. I'm ready to like move somewhere else, to a different part of town. I like that. He's like, no, not till I'm out of high school. So I was like...
Well, and as you say that, we think about, especially as real estate professionals in all the categories, title company, Stewart Title, realtors, mortgage people, there's so many things that trigger a real estate transaction. But quite frankly, one of them is, whether you're a family or an individual, sometimes I just want to change. I want to go to a new house. I just want a different environment, and then I'll stay there a while and go somewhere else.
Well, it's also the neighborhood. I think location matters. Your lifestyle matters, and what kind of life you want. Some people want to live in a neighborhood where they can walk everywhere. Or it can be school driven, of course. It can be work driven. So it's just about what your lifestyle is. And the great thing about Houston is you really have a lot of different neighborhoods to go to fit your own lifestyle.
Kind of like the name of the show, Real Estate Matters. It
yes.
really does. Before we close this segment, Roseann, what else should we tell people? Contact our team of business development people. They're doing incredible work, but also have educational events, also fun events coming up before the end of the year. And then here comes 2020. So
there's a lot. Well, think about 2020. Of course, we're going to get to Realtor Safety Month. We have CE classes throughout. We have special events. We have the Nutcracker Market. We're a very big sponsor of the Nutcracker Market. So that'll be here in November before we know it. And then when you said 2020, what am I thinking of 2020? Dr. Ted C. Jones is what I'm thinking about, our chief economist for the 2020 economic forecast. And so everyone can be reaching out. We'll then say the dates out immediately, because I've already got dates for those already.
In fact, he's scheduled on the show. In fact,
I know.
He's kind of like the real estate farmer's almanac of what's going to happen. And he's almost always right.
Although, Bill, I
99.9%.
said that once, and I even said, like, here, the encyclopedia. And I swear to goodness, I saw him turn to me as encyclopedia. I'm not that old, Roseann. And I was like, oh, but that didn't mean, you know what I mean? Like, okay, Wikipedia. I don't know. I was like, okay. But he is. He's such a wealth of knowledge. So everybody who's listening, you will be getting a save the date for Dr. Ted C. Jones on the 2020 economic forecast.
The eighth
in
wonder
January.
of the real estate world.
There you have it.
So all they have to do is Google Stewart Title to find out where they want to close, contact a business development officer or anything else, right?
Or me, right.
Roseann
That's it.
Rogers.
Roseann Rogers. You
How can they
certainly
reach out?
Well, the best thing to do is call me, 281-713. I know I have 2 area codes, people. 281-713-0710.
One more time.
281-713-0710.
That's like 2 area codes.
It is 2 area codes, except they should have been like flip-flopped around. But anyway, it's
There
okay.
you go.
I'll take them both.
The Real Estate Buzz with Roseann Rogers. Thank you, Roseann.
Thank you, Bill.
Most people don't know that Stewart offers business, home, and auto insurance. In fact, Stewart Insurance and Risk Management has been doing that and more for over 10 years. And they partner with many leading insurance companies to offer great rates. They're a national insurance agency operating in all 50 states, delivering a broad range of insurance products. Whether you need a home insurance quote for a client's home closing or your own insurance needs, you can count on them. Call 866-845-4676. That's 866-845-4676. Stewart Insurance and Risk Management is here to help.
And welcome back. Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. We continue. The adventure continues. And now we think about homes. We think about moving and getting a new home. But how about a new home? I'm talking brand new. We have Tim Drone. He is the Executive Vice President at J. Patrick Homes. Those are beautiful homes. Tim, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks for having me again.
J. Patrick Homes. Let's tell people, and many people, you've been around here in Houston for some time now, but let's tell people, in case they don't know about your company, about J. Patrick.
Well, Bill, we are a family-owned, family-operated business that's been building homes exclusively in Houston for over 20 years. We're an award-winning builder, last builder in Houston to get the J.D. Powers and Associates New Home Quality Award winner. And we build in master plan communities, Kingwood, Woodlands, Sienna Plantation, all throughout Houston.
In fact, we think about it, I say it all the time right here on this show, and that is we are expanding in every direction in Houston, and your company is doing that as well. You're going everywhere where people want homes. Let's tell people, let's say, your newest development or your newest area of homes that you have.
The newest area, well, we're just are launching and just broke ground on our model in Artavia, which is off of 242, off of 1314 in between 242 and the Grand Parkway. It's in the Conroe area. Our model will be open in about 30 days.
So right there, and as far as expansion goes, that area, I mean, thinking about 5 years ago, that highway in the Conroe area was pretty bustling and active. But it's going crazy now, I'm hearing.
Well, it is, and it's amazing what the Grand Parkway has done to the whole entire Houston area. So, like what you said, not even 5 years ago, if you went and drove the Grand Parkway just when it opened, or you went out there 2 years ago, there was nothing out there. And then now you go out there and everything's out there. I was driving down the Grand Parkway just past 1314 and saw Torchy's Tacos. So, I mean, everything's kind of pulling up to that, up into the Grand Parkway, headed east towards 1314. So we're very excited to be a part of that development. And the other area that we've are growing out is out west in Jordan Ranch. We just opened up a new series of homes out there on 70-foot lots. We have waterfront lots in Jordan Ranch, which is just west of Katy, right over by the big Amazon distribution center. So right off of Jordan Ranch Boulevard.
So in Jordan Ranch, it sounds like those are bigger homes. Would that be correct?
They are.
Larger lots, bigger homes?
Larger lots, bigger homes, and we will be offering, we did have a smaller product that we offered out there, but now on our waterfront lots, you can get 3-car garages, get up to about 4,500 square feet of homes. So, and we're going to be introducing our new contemporary style of homes in both Artavia and in Jordan Ranch.
Well, let's give people an idea from a price standpoint. You've already got my curiosity about Jordan Ranch. What is the price point out there?
We'll be in the mid-4s. And you can go all the way up to, well, I mean, with us, kind of the sky's the limit. If you want to, we do live by our motto, experience the power to personalize. So many of our customers do come in and make a lot of changes, whether it's moving a wall or adding some different elements to an elevation of a home. So you'll be able to, we offer that in Jordan Ranch, and you'll be able to take advantage of that. So you can probably be up to about $500,000 in Jordan Ranch. Same thing in Artavia.
And that's a good thing for people to know. With J. Patrick Homes, they have the opportunity to experience the power to personalize. I've never heard it put like that.
Well, it's all about the experiences now, right? So we used to just go by the power to personalize, but as we consume differently now, it's all about the experience. Think about even now, it's the experience about going grocery shopping, online, being able just to stay at home and having your groceries catered to you. Or everyone wants the experiences, talking about going on vacation. It's all about experiences. So we are changing a lot of how we kind of operate to cater to how consumers consume, how buyers consume these days, which is they want the experience. And so we live by now, experience the power to personalize and everything that entails with that. And so one of the things that we are challenging ourselves to do is to help buyers streamline making decisions, streamline making choices, whether it's contemporary, whether it's traditional, whether it's traditional, or in between traditional and contemporary.
Well, of course, as you're bringing these things up and the idea of power to personalize the whole experience right now, I mean, any business, no matter what we do, we have to be aware of trends that are going on. And it's very exciting to live in this point in time because trends and things are happening fast. We have the world as our resource to figure out what we like in terms of architecture, all the TV shows. But what are the trends that you're seeing that your company's incorporating at Jordan Ranch and everywhere else?
Well, right now, it's a lot of contemporary looking finishes. So clean lines, no more curves, no more arches in the home. So a lot of straight, clean lines, and a lot of flat panel finishes like on your cabinets. And so our biggest challenge right now is to stay up with the trends. And when you ask like what is, today I say it's kind of a contemporary looking style inside, whites, grays, and Artavia we're kind of throwing in like pops of color. So you get a white and gray with maybe like a blue front door or blue garage doors. And so, but tomorrow it could be something different. And that's our biggest challenge today is staying with design trends. You look at the silos out in Waco, Texas with the Gaines, or you look at Instagram. Things change on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. We notice there's an uptick in a trend on Instagram for bathrooms that had tubs inside the shower. And
no, I've not seen that.
Well, Google it, and it's there now. So it's a thing. And so within probably about a couple weeks that we saw this trend, we had 2 people come in and ask us to do that for them. So it's the first I ever heard of it. And so went back and did some research, and like now it's a thing on Instagram.
That sounds fascinating. And all that stuff sounds good. Makes me want to buy a home, Tim, a J. Patrick home, because
I have a home for you out in Jordan Ranch, Bill.
I bet you do.
It is. It's nice, 2,900 square feet.
That's just the right size.
Perfect for you.
Is that waterfront?
It's not.
I don't want to pay the extra for waterfront. I don't think. However, waterfront is nice. If someone does want waterfront, they can get that too, right?
In Jordan Ranch, yes, you can.
What's the difference of the price point, let's say? And take this apples to apples if it's the same home, maybe 3,000 square feet, whether it's waterfront or not. How much more for the water?
About $30,000.
That's not that much.
It's a really good deal. And we have a limited supply of waterfront lots in Jordan Ranch. So we'll be opening. We're actually in pre-selling right now. And so I suggest you get out there. You can go to www.jpatrickhomes.com, Jordan Ranch, or just Google J. Patrick Homes Jordan Ranch. You can find all the latest information.
That sounds pretty good. So let's tell people, let's go back up to Conroe for a minute. What is going on up there?
Well, you have Artavia, which will be our brand new community. We're not launching, the developer is, but we'll be very, very happy that we've been invited to be part of that deal. It's a couple thousand acres, so this is just the first section that the developer will be rolling out, over 400 homes. and we'll have a 70-foot lot program on there. We also in our section have some nice oversized lots, and we have pre-grand opening prices starting in the low fours. It's the great Conroe Independent School District. It's right now you can say it's kind of close to everything, with the Grand Parkway having direct access to 1314. You can get to the Woodlands Town Center. You can get to 45 quick. You can get all to the hustle and bustle of city life in the Woodlands. Or if you want to avoid that, you can stay out in Artavia right over off 242 and just enjoy relaxing in the great big lake that they're building. That's going to be stocked with fish. Go kayaking on it. They're going to have a food and wine bar, so lots of stuff to do out there in Artavia.
And as people, certainly we're broadcast right here in Houston, Texas on major stations all weekend long. However, people hear the show far and wide on the internet after the fact. And just going back to Jordan Ranch, as you're talking about a price point of $400,000, big lots,
yes,
new homes with
right,
energy-efficient features and all the new design trends, people may be listening in saying, you can get that much in the Houston area? It's really still an incredible bargain and an incredible value, not even to mention the interest rates as low as they are right now. It's incredible.
Houston is a great value, and that's why we've always stayed in Houston, never thought about going anywhere else in Texas or outside of Texas, because we can offer such a great value to all of our buyers, and really no matter what the price point is. I mean, it's a great value at $200,000. It's a great value at an inner loop, West U home for $2 million. I mean, or $3 or $4 million. You just can't, bang for buck, you cannot touch Houston, Texas. And as Roseann said earlier, with everything that you get in Houston, a major city, multicultural city, I mean, you don't want for anything living in Houston. And it's a great city. And that's why we build in places like Artavia. That's why we build out in West Katy. I was about to say West Texas. Feels like it almost, but West Katy.
Can be. Depends where you come from. Right.
And that's the experience, the power to personalize, because we understand people have different lifestyles. And so part of our experience to personalize is being able to offer different locations, because we understand there's different lifestyles.
And if someone, let's say they are wherever, what if they have their own lot?
If they have their own lot, this year we are launching our Build on Your Lot program. And so you can go to our website, www.jpatrickhomes.com. There's a link for a JPH inquiry. You click on that link, and I will get emailed directly. And as we're launching this program, I'll be spearheading it, and I will contact you personally.
We're talking with Tim Drone, the Executive Vice President of J. Patrick Homes. And Tim, before we close out the segment, what else would you like people to know?
I would just everyone like to know that in our Experience the Power of the Personalized program, we not only offer that in Jordan Ranch and Artavia, we also offer it in a community called Ashley Point, which is we are closing out, and also Build on Your Lot program as well. You will be able to offer all of our floor plans that you see throughout on our website, throughout all of our communities. We'll be able to offer that and Build on Your Lot program. And look for us in about another 60 days, and we'll be launching a brand new website that will tie into our whole entire experience, the power to personalize. It'll be something new. It'll be something different that no other home builder is doing in Houston or in the country. It's exciting.
And if someone wants to reach out to you, what should they do?
Go to www.jpatrickhomes.com. You can always click on the JPH inquiry. I get those emails. I can respond directly, or we have direct links to all of our communities and all of our sales professionals, and they will contact you as well.
Indeed. There he is, Tim Drone, Executive Vice President. Thank you, Tim, for being on the show. We're coming right back with even more. Jordan Ranch, huh? Here we go. Oakington Realty, we now have Abby Bacchetto. She is right here. Abby, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited to be here.
And we talked earlier about all the events that we have at Stewart Title. That's how I met you at that event. And by the way, those events are great to meet tremendous guests like you. So let's tell people, Oakington Realty, you're right here in Houston, Texas. Give people an idea about your company.
Oakington was started in 2003 by my brokers. They came from new construction background and decided to go out on their own because they realized that they can do a lot more than just sell for one person. They can sell for everybody. They can help buyers. They can help sellers. They can help builders. They touch on everything. And being a part of their group allows me to be a part of everything as well.
Wow. So you're all over everything.
Yes.
That sounds good to me. Let's tell people, as far as the way you approach, every real estate professional, as they're out there, has different approaches and styles, how they manage and look for business. Give people an idea what you do.
We do plenty of marketing. We do farming. We go to events. I constantly am reminding people that I'm in real estate, that I'm happy to help their friends and family. Anything that I can do to keep my name and my realtor business in the forefront of somebody's mind, I'm willing to do.
I think right there, that has a lot of that is very profound, because sometimes, especially in the real estate world or anyone else that is promoting their business, whether it's a company or even their individual business, sometimes we forget. We have to let people know what we do and how we do it, and like you said, you have to remind them as well, because we're all bombarded with all kinds of information. So I'm picturing you saying, "Hey, I'm Abby and I'm in real estate. I'll be glad to help you."
When my friends ask me how business is doing, I always remind them it could be better if they gave me a referral.
That's exactly right. And they're listening right now.
Thanks, guys. Please send more referrals.
And on that note, let's tell them your phone number.
713-882-2244.
There you go.
It's a great phone number.
It is. A lot of even numbers, 713-882-2244. You can't forget Abby Bacchetto, Oakington Realty. And let's tell people, here we are. We're finishing up the year almost. I guess we have a quarter to go. We already have the sights set on 2020, which is so exciting. But so far, this year, Abby, how would you say things have been up to this point?
I think it's been a great year. People are still in the market buying. People have reasons that they want to move. Interest rates are incredibly low right now. And so Houston has always been a great opportunity for people who are looking into real estate. I encourage people all the time to go from renting to buying, because it just makes more financial sense in the long run, and it gives you more flexibility with how you want to live your life.
Exactly. How can the interest rates get better? And let me ask you this. Let's say in the last 10 transactions that you've had on average, how many of them have been cash?
Oh,
Just
probably
curious.
about 6
Really?
out of 10. It's surprising how many people want to pay cash, whether it is an investor who's looking for lots. There are some neighborhoods where cash really still is king. It could be somebody who's in retirement who doesn't want to take out a loan for 30 years, and they're rolling over equity, plus taking out of, one of their retirement accounts. But it surprises me sometimes that more people don't finance, especially because interest rates are
right
so
now,
low.
yeah. Because I'm picturing someone that might have the cash to buy cash, the home with cash, but yet I'm sure they're tempted to say, wow, the rates will never get any better. Who really knows? But they are really good right now. But it's also, people have things that they like to do certain ways, so it's always interesting why people do things. However, let's tell people, as far as if someone comes to you and says, Abby, I want to list my home, and let's say it's inside the loop, right? And I don't know what the price point would be, but how do you coach, just generally speaking, how do you coach your people that are selling their home, a potential listing?
I always have them go to a couple other homes with me so that they can get an idea of what their competition is on the market, how their house should be staged, how their house should be cleaned, price point. Being realistic sometimes is a big part of my conversation with them. Also, what type of updates they've decided to do. If they're in a house from the 1950s and they haven't done anything to it, it might be time to put a little money in so that they can get the best price once we actually do go on the market.
And the other thing I'm thinking about is that as we're at the end of the year, the last quarter, activity-wise, I think different things trigger that last quarter business. But how do you think it's going to end up?
Oh, we're going to end on a high note for sure this year. Oh, yeah. I mean, always fall comes around and people realize that they need to have a transaction done before the end of the year. Sometimes it's for tax purposes. Sometimes it's to make sure that they're in for a certain school by the new semester in January. It could be for a new job, relocating to a different side of town. We all know that commuting can be pretty harsh.
It's changing things right now because it's getting very, very busy on the highways.
Oh, yeah. So End of the year, people always tend to really come together and purchase, sell, move.
Well, that's interesting because that's my favorite time to make have real estate transactions. One, it's cooler. The weather's cooler, so when all that moving takes place. But I just like the whole idea of October real estate shopping. And even if it has to go into February, that's okay. But those are like my favorite months. Just saying, and I bet other people, it sounds like other people are on the same page.
Oh, yeah. A lot of families want to get in before the holidays. They want to be able to celebrate or have people over during the holidays to entertain, and they want to be able to be in, usually around early to mid-November.
And let's say someone is a buyer. How are you coaching the buyers right now? They say, hey, Abby, I want to live inside the loop. Well, first they may say, how much money will I need to have a nice home? But how do you coach the buyer, just generally speaking even?
I have always looked at real estate as how you want to live your life. So some people really love entertaining and having guests come in town and taking them around. So living by the museum district is a great opportunity for them. There are some people who being close to hospitals because of their profession is very important. They have to be within, a 20-minute radius to be able to zoom back over and get into surgery. So it really does depend on what somebody wants for their life. And different neighborhoods around town can offer that. And I love getting to show people the different neighborhoods, especially since I'm from Houston and I've grown up in different areas of town. I know all the intricacies of all of these communities.
You're from Houston, huh?
Of course.
That is very interesting. And you strike me, I don't know for sure, but you strike me as a very organized individual. Let's tell people, if they're out there struggling to be more organized, what are some of the things that serve you to be able to do what you do and keep all these things together to promote your business?
Communication. Communication is key. Text, email, phone, online. As long as you constantly are in contact with your customers, then they feel like you're organized throughout the transaction, and that is key. Making them calm, making them feel like you have everything taken care of for them.
And when you said calm, I'm thinking of a friend of mine that's going through a real estate transaction right now, and she is frazzled, quite frankly. She's overwhelmed with all the things, and this is an individual, overwhelmed with all the things that she has to do, the movers, all those little details. You need someone steady to help you.
It puts a lot of pressure on a client, and part of my job, it's not just showing somebody a house or making sure that they get to the closing table. My job also means helping them find a mover, going by when they're moving in and, bringing them dinner so that they don't have to worry about it. It's little things like that that just make them feel like they don't have to worry as much. And it's my pleasure to do it. It's why I got into real estate. I love helping people, and it's a big part of, how I handle everyday affairs.
And before we close out this segment, Abby, what else would you like people to know, and how can they reach you?
You can reach me by my phone at 713-882-2244, or you can check out our website at www.oakingtonrealty.com. I work 24/7. I know my husband doesn't like to hear that, but I'm always available for anybody's needs.
There you go. I work 24/7 too. 24 hours a week, 7 months a year. Just kidding. Maybe someday that'll be my semi-retirement, but no, I'm working 24/7 too. Once again, the number is 713-882-2244. Abby Bacchetto. Thank you, Abby, for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
We're coming right back. Stay with us, please. Welcome back. Robin Hargrove is now our guest. She is with First United Mortgage Group right here. Robin, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Bill. I appreciate it.
And of course, I hear that you're also in the building that we are at Stewart Title in our Kirby Grove location. Is that correct?
That is correct. It's nice to just go upstairs and close the loan with you guys and then come back to the office.
Indeed. Or have a cup of coffee. We have tremendous refreshments there. What floor are you on, by the way?
I'm on the 12th floor.
12th floor. Super views abound.
It is. It's a great building.
Well, if someone has not heard of your company before, let's tell them about First United. And I love your motto. It says, spend life wisely.
First United Bank, we are out of Oklahoma. We're a privately owned bank. And we are growing our market share. So we started in Oklahoma. We ended up in Dallas-Fort Worth. They grew that market share. They ended up in Austin, San Antonio. And now they've hired a few of us to grow the market share in Houston, Texas. Our products are amazing.
And I like the charge there to grow the business right here in Houston, Texas. Could you be in a better, more fertile field than Houston, Texas?
I love Houston, Texas. I grew up here. I have a lot of fondness for Houston, Texas. I think it's a great environment for people to make a good living, have a good life.
And I also like the way you said that, because as whatever we do in our profession, the idea of building a business and everything has challenges, and it just gives us the opportunity. It's just fun to see something grow and to be a part of that growth.
It is fun. I came to First United because their products are very unique. We're a privately owned bank, and we have mortgages that other companies don't have. I actually sought them out to join this group. I knew their products. I knew their products were great, and I know how to sell their products because it's the best product for the consumer.
And as you say, and with loans, there are a lot of complications in terms of things that you have to present to get a loan as a family or an individual. And the card that you handed me, I love your loan application checklist, because you put it right there. It's simple and organized.
It is. I was an underwriter long time ago for Fannie Mae and for FHA. And so I approach my consumers as, let's figure out how to get you the best options. There's lots of options on mortgage loans. The interest rate is not always the only thing you should be looking at. You should be looking at total cost. You should be looking at mortgage insurance. Is it lifelong mortgage insurance? You should be looking at, what's your future in the city going to mean? Are you going to move in 2 years? And so we have enough products that I can actually talk to them about why different loan programs are better for one person and maybe a different program's better for someone else. It's not a cookie cutter environment, and I'm not going to try to sell them a loan that doesn't work well for them.
You know, and at that, let's say that first meeting, when you're meeting with an individual or a family, how long does it usually take to determine, as you're talking to this person or group, how long does it take you to determine these are the options, the best options for you?
Well, we normally start with a phone call, and I pretty much ask them what's their goal, do they want me to tell them what their maximum is they can buy, or do they want to tell me what they want to buy, and I can try to figure out how to make the numbers work. The other questions I ask are you planning on moving in 2 years? Are you planning on moving and renting this house in 2 years? Are you planning on buying this house and remodeling in 5 years? Do you want to pay it off fast? Do you want to just put your money elsewhere and have the lowest, longest mortgage you want because you're earning so much more elsewhere? So it's not just hey, let's get a cheap rate and close next week. It is, let's look at the whole financial package. Sometimes people will say, hey, I want to put down, 50%. I'm like, great, but you have car loans and you have student loans. Let's pay those off first because those are more expensive. Let's look at the whole package.
Indeed, so well put, because as we think about an expenditure like a loan, our whole financial portfolio comes into play, and sometimes, say, without your guidance, someone may not be aware of that.
Right.
So it helps to have a good counsel like you.
Right. Well, some of the people are paying cash for loans. You're hearing that more and more. And part of the reason they're paying cash is that, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, they're kind of the rule makers in this business. They don't like people that just have a lot of cash. Unfortunately, they've kind of made it difficult for people that are strong on cash and low on income. And one of the things First United does is we do what's called an asset depletion plan. And that means, hey, you've got a lot of money. You saved it. You earned it. It's your money. We should take notice of that. And we do a calculation that only First United does. It's the most generous calculation of that money could be considered income. And we use that income to qualify people that would never qualify elsewhere. And so it's called an asset depletion. Yes, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac has one. It's very cumbersome. Ours is very generous. And so I liked that program. First United has a great program on build on your own lot. You had Jay Patrick on earlier. And we do a great deal. If somebody owns their lot and wants to buy a lot and they want to meet with Jay Patrick and combine the two and build this great house, we've got construction financing that's fixed rate, very rare in this marketplace, and competitive. It's jumbo. It goes up to very high loan amounts, about $3 million. So we've got products that will do this. We just really like to work with a variety of sellers and a variety of of entities to make options for our consumers.
Indeed, it sounds like you have tremendous tools to help individuals and families get the right things that they need for that real estate transaction.
Right. Abby was on earlier, and she mentioned listing homes. Well, let's just say somebody has this fabulous home. It's a $500,000 home, but it needs $300,000 worth of remodeling.
Ouch.
I know. And so everybody watches HGTV and thinks that you go buy the house and you remodel it, and they never address where do you get the money to do that. We have a program, we call it our concierge money, and it's so buy the house for $500, let's get a contractor for $300. We put it all into the one $800,000 deal financing package. Immediately we pay the seller, they go away, my buyer owns the house, and then we start paying the contractor to remodel that home. Without that program, people are going to have to do it with cash, or they're going to have to get a very expensive home remodeling loan. Ours is very unique.
That sounds fascinating. So a lot of tools are out there that you can help people with. And let's tell people, as far as the business goes, this year has been pretty incredible. How have you seen the marketplace, and what kind of changes or trends do you see in your business?
The trends I'm seeing in my business is that the mortgage market is becoming very segmented, where if you don't have the niche product, you're going to get squeezed out of this marketplace. More and more builders are doing build on your own lot. More and more people want the deal where they can add the swimming pool or add everything in one big package. You know, they like to put a little bow on top and get everything they want at one time, and we can package that. That's why I sought out First United Bank, and I said, I like your products. They're great. They're good for my consumers, and I'd like to market that. So I went to them and said, I want to talk to you about working at First United Bank.
And here you are.
I am.
They said, come on board, Robin Hargrove.
Thank goodness.
Let's tell people before we close out the segment, Robin, well, going back to the idea of the lot, are you seeing a lot of people that are using a lot and then building the home?
I am. It's actually one of my favorite loan products because it's very creative, and I get to enjoy looking at their planning process, and they came up with this great building. So, let's just say the lot's, $500,000, and they're going to build something for $500,000, and we use $1 million or the appraised value for the value and structure the loan on that. It's just a really good product. It's 30-year fixed, and we make everybody happy. The builder's happy, the buyer's happy. They get their custom home. We've done it a lot. We're very good at it.
And before we close out this segment, what else would you like people to know?
The only other product I haven't mentioned is we have a doctor program that if you're a doctor and you want to buy a house, we have 100% financing up to $750,000. It's fixed rate, no mortgage insurance. And then we have 95% financing up to $1.5 million, also fixed rate, no mortgage insurance. I think we're one of the only lenders that has a doctor program that's fixed rate. I think we're also one of the only that has 100% financing. So obviously, these were some of the reasons I chose to go to First United Bank.
That's very exciting. And how can people reach you?
They can call me on my cell phone at 713-582-9487 or send me an email at robin.hargrove@firstunitedbank.com.
713-582-9487. Robin Hargrove, thank you for being on the show, Robin.
Thanks for having me, Bill. Appreciate it.
And here we go. Stewart Insurance. John Bramlett is here with Stewart Insurance. We always love to talk insurance. John, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Bill. Glad to be here.
And today you always bring forth a great topic as well. What are you thinking about?
Well, I think it's important to talk a little bit about how culture affects a company, and in turn, how that culture will affect how they serve their clients.
That is correct. And just when you say that, I have images of all kinds of company come to mind that we hear with that phrase, company culture, Apple, Google, all these places, both small and large businesses. At
Absolutely.
Stewart Insurance, you have your own culture there too.
Absolutely. Our goal is a couple of things. We want to make sure that folks are confident in their decision, so when life happens, they know what that outcome is going to be. And we can help them with that confidence by understanding what they're insuring and what they're keeping themselves and what they're placing on the insurance company. Because we're part of the Stewart Title family, our goal is to connect real estate and insurance together. So we're that bond, if you will, that glue that brings the two together, so that whether it's a business transaction or a personal transaction, that you have the proper insurance and you're confident that you're properly insured.
And just to clarify for, say, a new listener out there, certainly people know about Stewart Title. We're in business over 125 years, started in Galveston, Texas. However, people hear Stewart Insurance, you are talking about insurance, home, auto, broker E&O, even cyber policies to protect real estate brokers. So you're there with the regular insurance that everybody needs.
Absolutely. So we are a property and casualty broker, as we said, part of the Stewart family. So we work with a wide variety of top-rated insurance companies. So we can help our clients pick and choose what's the best company and the best plan for them based upon their objectives. And that works on both the personal line side and the commercial line side. So from a personal lines perspective, we're going to start many times with homeowners insurance, being part of the Stewart Title family. But we also work with clients on their auto, motorcycle, flood, windstorm, SUV, whatever they have from a personal perspective. On the commercial line side, we work with real estate brokers and title attorney agents, mortgage bankers to help insure their business. So whether it be a professional liability, sometimes known as errors and omission, a cyber policy, a business owner's policy, workers' compensation, those kind of plans that we help business owners construct.
In fact, one of the nice things about doing business with Stewart Insurance is that my home policy, it's up for renewal, so we have the Stewart annual review, and that's where I get to talk to your people about, do I have enough coverage? Do I have the right coverage? How much is it going to cost me? How much am I at risk? And that's great to have that conversation, and it's very important rather than just saying, oh, okay, here's the check, pay for it, and here we go again. And in the event something does happen, then I find out what I really have in terms of coverage. It's better to do it and review it every year.
Absolutely. It goes back to that idea of being confident, that if you have that conversation, because really insurance boils down to what are you willing to take the risk on and what do you want to offset onto the insurance company. And depending upon your situation, that's the decision that you need to be able to make. And by having that conversation, we're going to ask the questions that you might not have considered. So if you're on a business perspective, have you added a location? Have you added additional employees? Has your revenue changed significantly one way or the other? On a personal line side, have you moved? Do you have another driver in the family? Did you add a pool? Those kinds of questions.
Did you put a new roof on?
Did you put a new roof on?
Comes up a lot.
Did you put a new deck on your back like Bill Napick did last year?
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah.
So those kinds of questions that you may not think about, and then that'll allow us to work with you to build a plan that best suits your needs.
And the idea of company culture has it affects all areas of business, from the people that you have on your team, those that are serving your clients every day, to also the atmosphere of coming to work, so that when people are happy and productive, they're better able to serve the clients. And when I walk into your doors, as I do every couple months now, I feel a certain culture and I like it.
Absolutely. So we're built on several guiding principles. We want to plan for achievement. So we want to make sure that we're driving achievement, but we know which direction we want to go. We want to evolve through life learning. So our associates all take upon that responsibility to be the CEO of their careers. And then as an organization, we work to make sure that we're updating our associates on what's happening in the marketplace and from a business perspective. We try to be the best and win as a team, so each individual does the best they can that day, but it also supports the team to make sure that we're taking care of our clients, which is the number one driver. We want to have fun, as you mentioned, so that's important. We're celebrating, I think it's National, what's the ice cream with the banana and the Banana Split Day. So we're doing National Banana Split Day this week. We just recently had a competition on dips and chips. So we do those kinds of things to have fun. And then we try to make a positive difference. And the way that we can do that is ensuring that our clients are confident in the decisions that they make.
I'll tell you one big difference, and it comes to mind because I was on the phone yesterday. I won't say with who, what type of business even, but I went through so many voice prompts, it drove me crazy. By the time I got to the person, quite frankly, I was a little annoyed to talk about my business. However, when they call Stewart Insurance, they get a human being in short order. That's awesome.
You're going to speak with Myra. She's going to find you an insurance advisor to work with right away. If someone's not available, she'll schedule that call so we can call you back and make sure that we are meeting whatever your insurance needs are.
And before we close the segment, what else would you like people to know?
I think it's just the aspect that it's willing to take the time to invest the time in having that conversation, because your insurance is like any other part of your financial portfolio. It helps you build peace of mind. It provides confidence that if something does happen, that you're protected.
That sounds great. How can people reach you, John?
They can go to stewartinsurance.com and find a way to connect us, or 866-798-2827, 866-798-2827.
866-798-2827. Thank you, John Bramlett. Give him a call there. Here we go. We mentioned Christina Sacco, our business development officer, right there in the Kirby Grove building, with Stewart Fine Properties. Christina, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Bill. I'm excited to be here and bring such great guests today. It's always fun to bring in lenders and
incredible people.
Yes.
How'd you find them?
Well, I only surround myself with great people.
Always. Well,
Always.
Listen, people, we said this earlier. We know there's a lot of real estate transactions going on. People want to close their transaction. They should give you a call, right?
Absolutely. I have 6 amazing escrow officers, either at Fine Properties or in the Heights.
So many things trigger a real estate transaction. Your name is easy to remember, Christina, right? Christina Sacco.
Yes, absolutely. I hope it's easy to remember.
2 C's, 2 syllables. What more do you want, right?
Just great people to come close with us.
And what's the phone number if they want to reach out to you?
713-325-1748.
Again?
713-325-1748.
Or just Google Christina Sacco. And now he's back. Thank you, Christina. Tim Drone with J. Patrick Homes, jpatrickhomes.com. Tim, welcome back.
Thanks, Bill. Glad to be back.
Jordan Ranch, all those great places. Before we close out the show, what else would you like people to know?
Well, Jordan Ranch, and most importantly, Art to Via, which we are opening up, and we'll have a big reveal coming up in October. And that's all I can say.
That's all you can say.
That's all I can say. Something big's going to happen out there. If you're a realtor, you're going to want to be there. Trust me.
Will that be announced on your website?
It will be announced on our website, and the developer will be promoting it as well. And you can see it. You can see it at jpatrickhomes.com. You can also click on the link jphinquiry.com, and also our Build on Your Lot program, which you can contact us directly at jphinquiry.com.
It all sounds great. Even the Build on Your Lot, that sounds tremendous.
It is, and we're really looking forward to it. And I think we are geared up to really take a large part of that market, yes.
Thank you so much, Tim Drone, jpatrickhomes.com.
Thanks,
she is back. Oakington Realty, Abby Bacchetto.
Yes,
Abby,
sir.
the most organized realtor in town. That's what I heard.
You better believe it.
That's exactly right. Before we close out the show, what else should we know, Abby?
Happy to work with sellers, buyers, builders, anybody who's looking for properties, investors.
What if they want a lot?
We help people find lots all the time. Work specialized neighborhoods, either reaching out directly to homeowners to help buyers connect with them, whatever it is that they need.
And your phone number is?
713-882-2244. Again, 713-882-2244.
And as I said when I met you, it just reminds me of the Beatles album, Abbey Road.
Greatest album ever.
Abby Bacchetto. And now she's back. Robin Hargrove. Robin, before we close out the show, welcome back, First United Mortgage Group.
Hi there. Thanks for having me here. I wanted to tell you about a seminar that I'm going to have September 19th
Coming
in
up.
my office, which is the same building as Stewart Title. And it's basically, how do you build on your own lot? How do you figure it out? People don't know that it's not that hard, but you have to know how to do it. It's September 19th from noon to 2 p.m. It is in our building, which is 2825 Richmond Avenue, Suite 1200. I would love to see them. Please tell them to RSVP because we expect a lot of people.
And the number is?
713-582-9487.
Give her a call at 713-582-9487 if you want to go to that event or anything else. First United Mortgage Group. Thank you so much, Robin Hargrove. And do not be sad that the show is ending at the time of broadcast, because it never really ends. Why? Because it's on the internet right there at stewart.com/Houston. You can hear any and all the shows. Yeah, this is show number 290. That's a lot. You can go back and hear the first or second show. That's right, stewart.com/Houston. So many great things coming up. The one and only eighth wonder of the real estate world, Ted C. Jones, is coming up. We have another surprise coming up at an undisclosed location. That's right. Stay tuned for that. But next week, I'll be in the Woodlands on location. That's another great show. If you want to know about Uptown Houston, we have the Uptown District team coming up very soon. So stay tuned to this show, stewart.com/Houston, and we'll see you next week. Thank you for listening.